Hello, welcome. Let's see. Get that game going. Ooh. But she just settled down. If I pet her now, she's gonna be crazy again. She has got so many pets. I don't want to right now. She's so... She's laying so good. She's gonna go get crazy if I touch her. I couldn't believe the asshole actually threw a punch at me. I determined to hit him back. I wasn't going to give up until I succeed. Ed. How are you doing, Sol? Unfortunately, his size really wasn't insurmountable obstacle for me. Insurmountable. My attempt to fight back was cut shortly by another much harder blow to the same cheek. Now you listen to me. That was twice now. I was so going to make him pay. I swore I'd injure him, and my punch was going to connect. If I couldn't hit him in the head, any other part of his body would do just as well. How are you doing, Sol? Are you dead? Grr. Damn it, just because you were born first, you think you're so tough? Well, if I were just a little bigger, Alright. I'm happy to hear that. That makes me happy. You're not getting it. You need to grow up, Yuya. As long as you're not a complete idiot, you will understand that I'm telling you what I'm telling you someday. Eat eggs. Eggs. I love eggs. I ate like meat cake or like what is called? It's like it's a Norwegian, super Norwegian dish. But it's so good. I love it. No, not meatloaf. It's like meat bread. No, never heard of that. I can see if I can Google it. It's like Google says meatballs, but it's not like regular meatballs. There are like it's hard to say. It's kind of like meatballs, but we also have like meatballs, and that's not the same. It's so weird. Our physical differences now aren't going to mean a damn thing in the future. Mental growth is what matters most. So not Swedish meatballs, no. No. It's like... But special Norwegian meatballs that are like meatballs but are not meatballs. Cause fuck those Swedes. Yes. We have our own. There is no real word for it either. Actually, how you say... How do you say meatball in Norwegian actually? How do you say your meatball? In text, please. In text! Okay. In text. Let's see. Let me see here. But please. There you go. There you have it. You're welcome. Are you gonna send it to Bunny? I feel like you are. Yes. Okay. Also bless you. Thank you. I want you to become someone who can sympathize with the pain of the pain others people feel. Oh my god. I could sworn I saw tears welling up in his eyes. The hell was that about? He just beat me up and here he was looking sad. Damn it. I'm not like you. This reminds me of like the Naruto family thingy, the Uchida, Sasuke and his brother. I don't know if you watched Naruto at all. I don't like you. I'm not like you. Wow. Yes, you are. You're my little brother. You will always be my little brother. Nothing can ever change that. Itachi? Yes. Thank you. You lack hatred. I read Naruto. Yeah. Naruto? It's so weird to say it in English. There. What a disappointing end. I haven't seen the Shippuden yet. Or I have started on it several times. But I never end it because it's so long. I get to almost the same point every time and then I just end up not doing it anymore because I get so tired of the series. But I really want to see it. It's okay. It's bad anyway. But I also want to see the Boruto anime. Watch Umbrella Academy. I'm gonna do that. I have my plans to do that. I have too much to do lately. I don't have time to start on a new series just yet. I have stuff to do. I can still remember that disgusting sentimental look he was giving me when he said that. You can die. There you go. There you go. You said hatred. There you have hatred. You can die too then. Just die. Die, die, die. I don't care if you're my brother. I will kill. What the hell? Yeah, cut it out. Let me go. Get your hands off of me. Wait, asshole. Listen, mental growth is what matters most. Carve that into your heart, never forget it. Fucking hypocrite. All Japanese kids sounds the same. Yeah, I know, right? In anime and games, yeah. In anime and games. Ow. He acts all kind, but his punch hurt me like a son of a bitch. Yuya. Are you alright? You didn't suffer any head trauma or anything, did you? Just leave me alone. You may not understand what he was trying to tell you right now, but one day when you grow up you will. Nah. Neither of you know the first damn thing about me. Why the hell was I the last one to be born? I want a younger sibling, maybe then I had some clue what the fuck you two are talking about. Man, I'd love the piss out of our younger brother or sister. And we do love you, Yuya, both of us. We know that you're a good kid at heart. Come on, let's make a grave for this little critter, okay, Yuya? A trash can would be just fine. My god. Yuya. If you keep this up, you're going to be alone your whole life. My sister grabbed me by both of my shoulders and looked me right in the eyes when she said this. But I didn't care about the words she was saying. I just punched her away. Pushed, not punched. I can't read. So you're doing this because you love me, huh? Don't act like you have the first clue what I'm all about, you lying bitch. Oh my god. Yuya, it's the truth. I don't trust you, I don't trust anyone. I won't lose to anyone either, and I certainly won't tolerate other people lying to me. I hate it, I bet it. Okay. Is it another way to say I'd tap that? I bet it. Is butt spot a bit too often? I have changed him because my chat was really slow. I know. I won't lose to anyone either, so I certainly won't tolerate other people lying to me. Not ever. That's right, I've been like this from a long time. I've always tried to figure out how to intuit what others are truly feeling, to get honest reaction out of them. No one seems to understand that I'm incapable of understanding the people around me. That's why I made a point of studying the world and keeping to myself. I simply try my best not to stand out. I'll play the part of a loner. Oh my god. I pretend I'm interested in boring conversation and smile. I pretend I care about the problems of others and fake a concerned expression. Not a single one of my classmates has ever caught on to the fact that it's all just make-believe. They greet me with smiles and see through their lies. And I see through their lies. They all act like they can judge a person by its outward actions without even ever even seeing his true nature. Every one of them is completely deceived by my act. They're all empty-headed fools worth of only my contempt. Don't judge peeps. All the people. They're just like my brother and sister, unforgivable sentients who lie to my face. Wow. That's why I decided to conduct a little experiment. I have a weird way to say things. A way to see if I can really understand other people and if I can make them understand me. I wonder if any of you were aware that all I ever wanted was to kill you. Like animals, humans are honest. Only when they're in the brink of death, they all look me right in the eye and engage me in real, true dialogue, with rare exceptions. He's crazy. A fine answer, just what I was hoping for. Show me more for those naked emotions. Yes, sadly. I will not perform for you, Mitsuki. There was one who held back the scream and the begging and simply passed away in near silence. The hell is that? You trying to stand up to me? Haha. Wait, my headset battery charger died. I need to charge. Oh no! Yeah, we need to scale the bot down a bit. Yeah, I thought so. He's a bit crazy. I'm gonna fix that. I don't know if I can fix that right now. Maybe. Open that up! There we go. I can see if I can fix it right now. Because he's a bit crazy. Hotspot. Info. Okay, no. Apparently not. If you could... I don't know. Need to charge. Fuck. Oh no, it's the wrong hotspot. Is this the right one? I think this is the one. Set frequency. There we go. Chat. Whoop. Set frequency. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. I don't know if it's gonna work this time or the next time. The hell is that? You're trying to stand me up? It was a truly unsatisfying kill. There needs to be more mutual understanding. I expect to see some change within myself after coming to this place. But there was nothing. I killed but felt no remorse, no sympathy, none of the emotions I was supposed to feel. Oh look, only after like 10 hours of this shit I see some gore. Finally! Soul, finally you saw something. And I can't even hear anything cause no sound. Nah, there is just music. Oh, you have no sound. Yeah. I see. Oh my god, butt spot. Stop it. Don't scratch tattoo, is bad for you. I didn't scratch it, I scratched here. Like, right beside it. I don't scratch my tattoos, that's a dumb idea. I never do that. Yuya, all life is equal, don't ever forget that. The game froze. I can't do anything. Yay! Ah, I love it. Okay, we have to restart the game then. Where is the game? I can hear music though. Why isn't it? Oh, no. Okay, wait. It's not answering. There you go. No! Stop. They're forced to shut down. We'll try again. Oof. Luckily we wasn't far into the game. Load save. Come on. Yes. Tamare!
そう本当に今他人の痛みが分かっ俺違うずっとお前はゆいいいかゆいほっと今は俺のなんでした兄さんも私も私たちこの子のそんゆいあんた俺のこれは誰にも負けない絶対だ
Let's see.
人間の本当の気持ちを周りの連中を処世術を得たつまらない話に偽りの仮面に本質も見えて俺の簡単な絵兄貴たちと同じだだから他人を気づく死に一部を除いてはいい点です姫なんなん幸せこの空間に
Let's say
だが
ゆうや
命は平等
all life is equal, huh? Yeah, it sure is.
殺す時は
It's all exactly the same when it's snuffed out humans, animals, and filthy worms alike.
でもまあ
But I suppose there is one difference, even if it feels the same after committing the sin of ending a human's life. There is no turning back, no redemption.
後悔はなかった
I don't regret that what I've done, but it did make me realize that I had no prospect now, no future. What was that? Did I just feel pity for someone?
哀れんで
My stomach's all growly.
そう
Yes, that was it even then.
この俺が相手を哀れんでいる
The odd sensation of taking pity for another human being.
そんなに震えて
You're really shaking. Are you alright? I have to go to the bathroom.
なんでここまで我慢を
That badly? Have you held it in for so long? I was with my big brother until just a moment ago, but we got separated.
その
Didn't you tell your big brother that you needed to use the
お
bedroom?
トイレに行きたいって
Bathroom? I did, but we just kept finding unusable bathrooms. And I thought about going somewhere else, but I didn't want my big brother to see me do that, so what a devoted little sister. Yes, this is just what I've been looking
献
for.
身的な自分より弱い存
A
在
being far weaker than I, whom I tasked to protect. This is it.
俺
This
が
is
欲しかった
exactly
のは
it. He's crazy though. Is something wrong, Kisame? It might be.
この俺が哀れ
If
と
I
感
had
じ
this
た
girl
こ
by
の
my
子
side, this girl upon whom I actually took pity, then maybe there could still be a future even for a man like me.
そうだ
Indeed, if I'm capable of feeling sorry for someone, then maybe there still exists some means to atoning for my sins.
この子と暮ら
If
せ
I
れば
could just live with this little girl. He's crazy.
そうするか
So how about it? Will you live with me? Huh? What? I think I'll be okay on my own. I will look for my big brother myself.
一人で
By yourself?
どうしてよ
Why?
うやく見つけたのに
After I finally found a little sister.
どうして
Why must even
こいつも
she
俺から離れていくんだ
distance herself from me? No.
ラン
Run,
ラビット
rabbit.
ラン
Okay, he said it for me.
ダメだ
Bad rabbit, you're coming with me. You see, this is what happens when you disobey your big brother, Yuka. Okay. I've been screaming and crying so much that my throat was now bone dry. I couldn't manage to any more than a whimper. My throat was actually in a lot of pain. It burned like someone had cut it wide open. Kisame had raised the knife as if he were about to kill me, but for some reason he just froze like that. And all I could do was lay there struggling to breathe. Aside from his heavy panting, I could only hear the sound of my own chattering teeth. I don't want to die. I want to see my big brother again, even if it's just one last time. I breathed in as deeply as I could, then mustered every last bit of strength I had. I wanted to call out with all my might. I wanted to call for help. Big brother. No good. The sentiment was there, but the word couldn't possibly have been heard by anyone else except the person I didn't want to hear them. Big brother won't know to come help me if that's as loud as I can go. Big brother. Big brother. A strange scream seemed to snap Kisame out of his trance. He brought the tip of his knife down into my cheeks, but didn't break the skin. You do know that no matter how much you scream, no one is going to come save you, right? He was looking down at me with blank, empty eyes. It was like he just woke up from a really long dream. Big brother is going to come. I was absolutely certain about that. He may not have found me yet, but I knew he was looking. He was worried and looking all over for me. It was only a matter of time. Big brother is my prize after all. Prince, after all, my prize. He's my prize. Ah. And the prince always come to rescue his princess. He's not coming after all. He is already here. Your big brother is right here. No. He's coming. Shut your mouth. I struggled to get out. The words came on an abrupt end as Kisame's hand pressed down hard on my face, covering my nose and mouth and suffocating me. For all the pain and fear of feeling, I knew I had a chance to fight back. So I opened my mouth and I bit down hard on his palm. I must have bitten even harder than I thought. I could taste his blood. It was warm and minerally and slid down my parched throat, easing a little bit on the pain and dryness. He is coming. Big brother is coming for sure. I just keep shouting. I didn't care if these were the last words I ever said. I had no regrets. I just wanted to cry out. Big brother, big brother, big brother. He's not coming, he's not coming, he's not coming. Your big brother is not coming. Hmm? It all happened in an instant. Kisame just grabbed his head in both hands and let out a cry of pain that didn't even sound human. What is this? What is it? What is this? What the hell is this voice I'm hearing? Did I really want a little sister? I wanted a little sister. Someone weaker than I, yes, someone who needed me. But was it really a little sister that I wanted? That's right, if I had a little sister I would change. My head. Oh my god. He grabbed his head again and began stumbling around. He looked like he was in real pain. There were even tears in his eyes. Damn it all. What does it all mean? I don't even need a reason. But now it's too late for that. This is how I am now. This is what I've become. Everything is mine. I've stomped out everyone in my way and held my head high the whole time. Are you okay? Does your head hurt? I have some headache medicine in my pocket. You can take some if you want. Oh. Oh. How was it come to this? How has it come to this? If I had a little sister, maybe I'd have acted more like a big brother should. Yes, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I'd have been just like my asshole brother when he was crying over me. Kiss on me. He fell to his knees and just stayed like that, not moving, maybe not even breathing. Not a conversation. After another unnerving yell, the huge man with the hammer just stood there, staring at me. He had blood spatter all over him. Somehow, though, I got the impression he wasn't going to attack me. Are you here to save me? He reached one hand towards me slowly and gently. Though it may have been a little too slowly, he moved like a zombie, and if I were watching a TV show, like a zombie, as if I were watching a TV show in slow motion. What's wrong? It almost seems like he was afraid of me, but I was just a little girl tied on a table. To a table. What could he possibly think I'd do to him? Is there someone else here? He didn't answer. He wasn't even sure he heard. I wasn't even sure he heard the question. He wasn't looking at me, he was looking past me. I want to know, what are you looking at? Killer. Uh-oh. His mournful yell echoed through the room. Love that yelling. My arms and legs suddenly went slack. I felt like I could move them now. Slowly I opened my eyes and confirmed that this enormous man had just smashed apart the dry knots that were holding my hands and feet in place. I knew I didn't have much time. I tried my hardest to wake up my sleeping hands and feet and shake the broken, splintered ropes from my wrists and ankles. Killer. Oh, shit. I was not expecting this. Let's see. Okay. There we go. My arms and legs were still numb that I couldn't trust myself to get out of the room safely. I had to think of something else. I had to buy some time. It seems like the little girl was pulling the huge man's strings and he didn't really want to hurt me. So maybe I could reason with him. What are you doing, killer? What's wrong? He suddenly doubled over and began crawling at his throat, seemingly in a great deal of pain. Reasoning with him really wasn't going to work. He was too unstable, and if it came down to me or the little girl, I was pretty sure I wouldn't win. Now might be the best chance to escape. Shit. Examine the pill on the ground between the stools. There is a bottle on the ground filled with a transparent liquor. Take it. Take it. I wonder what What's in here? It's not water, is it? I don't think it. No, hydrochloric acid is not water. How long are you planning to squat there like that? Killer. Instinctively, I threw the glass bottle at the huge man with the hammer. He flickered and stumbled backwards. His hammer was still raised, however, and smashed into one of the light bulbs in the ceiling, shattering it. It's dark, but I might be able to get away now. The feeling had begun returning to my legs. I wasted no time. Habitually yelling, "Excuse me," as I left, I darted through the dark lab, using what I remember of this layout to avoid obstacles and reach the door. Hey, did you do that on purpose? Worthless scum, fix it, or you get no more rewards from me. Just go after her already. How many times have you crossed paths with that girl now? Maybe she has the paper scrap to keep her safe. Her fate hasn't been sealed yet. I have to find somewhere to hide. I could hear the sound of someone else running just a short distance in front of me. I couldn't make out who it was with my certainty, but I did briefly catch a glimpse of a figure retreating into the darkness, and it looked like Big Brother? That was Big Brother just now, wasn't it? I took off in pursuit, and if that was Big Brother, then I just had to catch up to him. Big Brother, He mustn't have heard me. His pace never slowed, and I saw him disappear around the corner. He's not stopping. I have to go after him. Big Brother! Okay, 2 seconds. Okay, descend either F2 staircase to the left. Okay, let's see. Big Brother, where did you go? It's too quiet. I don't think he came this way. I should look for him back in the main hallway. Head north 2 spaces. And an eventual car. Oh. What? Oh. No. What? Oh, I'm dumb. Wait. I did wrong. I did wrong. Hopefully it's there though. Hopefully. No. Dang it. I can't get down there again. Dang it. I wasn't thinking. Stupid thingy. I went the wrong way. Isn't either. Yeah, and I need to do this. Hopefully this work. There. What's that noise? Suddenly my field of vision started going topsy-turvy. Was I falling? It was an earthquake, but there was more than just that. The floor beneath me was moving up and down in the time with the quake's left and right motion. Big brother? I tried putting one hand on the floor for balance and getting back to my feet. I need to keep going after my big brother, otherwise I'll lose his trail. I thought I've done it. I was standing now and had started getting used to the vibration. As long as I hugged the walls, I could walk. But that all quite literally came crashing down around me. Soon enough, the wildly shaking floor cracked and crumbled, and I was free falling. I'm falling! Okay. I raised my head and found myself lying on top of a pile of rubble. I wasn't too much worse for the wear, though, all things considered. Where am I? I looked all around me frantically, but saw nothing even remotely familiar. This was definitely someplace new. And it didn't feel much like a school anymore. The walls and floor were made from packed dirt, with only railroad ties keeping it all together. It's really musty down here. I knew I was underground. I had to be. I just felt that way. It just felt that way. There were no windows anywhere, and based on the smell, there was no ventilation either. It's really hard to breathe. Oh no, Big Brother. Big Brother might have gotten caught off guard by that earthquake too. I thought he could be down here. It was a big one after all. Maybe he was injured, maybe he couldn't move. I had to find him right away. I tried pushing myself from the pile of rubble, ready to shoot my feet. shoot to my feet and continue the search. That didn't last long, however. My hands and feet were still a little numb from the ropes, making it hard to keep my balance. I fell back onto my butt. My underwear was completely waterlogged, like a full sponge. I squished unpleasantly on the debris, sending a cool chill through my entire body. What's going on? I reached down and felt it. It was absolutely soaked through. It would take forever for it to dry. That's right, I forgot I peed myself. I was so wrapped up in running for my life and chasing after Big Brother, I didn't even notice the wetness. But now I couldn't get it out of my mind. So gross. Tears were welling up in my eyes. How could I be so pathetic? I forced myself to my feet. I do my best to try ignoring the squishy sensation. I wouldn't be able to ignore it for long though. My panties were noticeably heavier too, and the urine they absorbed was practically ice cold. I couldn't go on like this. I was going to get a rash or something, or catch the cold or something, and every step was going to be its own form of mushy gushy hell. But what could I do? I couldn't take them off, but then I could take them off, but what then? Carry them with me? You leave them on the floor for someone else to find it? No thanks. Big brother. I swallowed my pride, held back my tears as best as I could, and wobbled onward. Isn't there anywhere I can go to get these off? Let's see. Okay. Is this an actual bathroom? There are no protective seals and no weird smell. The only bathroom I've seen up to this point were unusable charms on the door, mysterious seals the door shut, bodies hanging in the stalls. But this looked to be completely normal bathroom, certainly the most normal I've seen since getting stuck in this place anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'm inside. I was getting... I think this is it. There is a loose piece of wood on the ground. Yes. It might be useful for something. Ouch. Acquired piece of wood. I wonder if I can get in the stalls. I tried pulling on one of the wooden stall doors. Is anybody in here? I listened carefully for any hint of a response, even going so far as to hold my breath. I guess if someone did respond, it would be pretty scary. But there wasn't a single sound to be heard. The entire room was dead silent. The walls were made from packed dirt after all, and there was no lot of moisture in the air. Effectively, this whole place was natural soundproofed. This is perfect, there's no one else around. Backed away from the stall slightly and almost tripped over a fairly sizable crack in the ground, about 5 centimeters wide and 1 centimeter thick. This might be a good spot to hide them. Finally, I was able to get out of those waterlogged panties. Despite being alone, I still crouched down and removed them as discreetly as I could. I then stuffed them tightly into the crack I discovered. The hole's not big enough, as some of it still sticks out. If only there were just a little more space. What do I do? I know I can use the piece of wood to dig in there and make it bigger. Use piece of wood. I'm so glad Big Brother didn't have to see me doing this. Please don't let anybody find me until I'm done. Especially not Big Brother. Not that Big Brother would be likely to wander into a girl's bathroom. But it was possible given the circumstances. So just to be safe, I figured I couldn't hurt to pray that wouldn't happen. Maybe I should stuff them down even farther. Be embarrassing if anyone were to find these after all. Okay. My underwear was now totally buried, and out of the sight there was no way anyone could come across it if they didn't know it was there. Satisfied, I stood up. It's so drafty now, but it's still a lot better than wearing wet panties. Oh my god. It's been nothing but earthquake since we got here. I wonder if this place will be okay. It seems even older than the school building. I picked my head out of the bathroom and looked around. Nobody's out there, right? Big brother, big brother. My voice echoed a lot louder than I expected. It actually surprised me, considering the wet dirt walls. I didn't think sound would travel that far. I'm so scared. If any of Big Brother's friends are nearby, please. I really want to wash my hands. I began walking through the hall once again, this time a bit slower and more unnervingly due to exhaustion. There. Oh my god. La la la. The door is to this particular room was shuddering ever so slightly, as if there were a breeze blowing against it gently from inside. I think I can open this. Slowly and hesitantly, I put both hands on the doorknob and started to turn. I guess I can go in. Alright, let's see what's in here. I hope it connects to an exit somewhere. It smells awful. As soon as the door opened, even a crack, a powerful, horrible stench slammed into my face and twisted around my nasal cavities like a jet of water. This is the smell of something rotting. I was instantly feeling nauseous and lightheaded, as if I were suddenly deprived of oxygen. I can't do this, I need to get out of here. That sounded like water. Is there water in here? Holding my nose, I stepped back into the room and crept over over towards... Ah. I crept over towards the source of the noise. If there were water here, maybe I could wash my hands. I thought, where is it? My extreme thirst came back full force as well. Clean water was the greatest thing I could possibly find at this point. I accidentally kicked over a bucket, spilling its content onto the ground in front of me. Countless flies immediately flew out from the overturned bucket and began swarming all around me. Their buzzing wings sounded right up against my ears, and as if they were attacking me. I let go of my nose and began flailing my arms widely out, attempting in vain to drive them away. I can't even see my hands in front of my face. As I haphazardly stumbled forwards, I found my foot splashing in shallow liquid. Mere moments later, my hand came in contact with a wall and brushed against the switch. I heard a faint clicking sound and then... Hey! The light blinked on and I got a clear look at the room I was standing in. What is this place? Are those bodies? A large portion of... Oh, Jesus Christ. A large portion of the floor has been dug out into something resembling a pool which was filled with stagnant, discolored water and dismembered bodies. Jake Alarms, I've been here for 45 minutes. This game is still confusing me. Lots of blood. Yeah, this is a horror game. Lots of blood bodies. Strange going on. Yeah. Hey J Calls. I'm so happy to see you here. And yeah, this is kind of a fucked up game. It's a Japanese horror game, so it's a lot of blood and dead bodies and gore and crazy people and whatnot. I love it though. I love this kind of games. It's super fun. It's so crazy. The bodies were decomposing a lot faster than they naturally would on account of the wetness. Most of them had swarms of maggots instead of faces. Several bodies had actually washed up on the ground outside the pool as well. Those few that still had limbs looked like they may lose them at any moment. Their torso were all swollen and black, and everything else was bone white. I don't think this is a game for people with light stomachs, because yeah, I don't get faced by this, but I feel like maybe people that are not used to that much gore might feel a bit queasy at this game. Why are there so many bodies in this place? The closest body was spouting sappy mucus from its nose and mouth and staring at me with an ugly, mean expression. The thick fluid coming out of it was reddish brown in color. It seemed to be a disgusting mixture of blood and dead bugs. There you go. What is that sound? Some sort of huge door high along The top of the wall opened up and I could clearly feel a breeze blowing through the room. It was a trash chute. If I climb up here, maybe I can get back into the school building. What is that? I can hear something and it's getting closer. I was afraid of what might be coming through that hole, so I put some distance between it and me. Myself. Something heavy fell from above and splashed into the pool, spraying my face with rotten, stagnant water. Sounds awesome. A buddy! A buddy! Yeah! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! The body that had just fallen into the pool of water was wearing a school uniform. As soon as it touched the liquid, it began bubbling and melting into it as if it were a bag of ingredients tossed into a stew pot. One of the pool victim's lungs floated to the surface, giving the whole scene even more of a sick soup-like appearance. I need to get out of here now. I can't stay in here any longer. I dragged my wet foot on a dry part of the ground and for a second or two, then made a dash for the door. Woo! Crazy! As soon as I was back out in the hall, I felt to my knees in shock. I couldn't even move. The smell of death and decay was still sticking on me and still trying to snake its way into my nose. It was all I could do not to throw up on the spot. I hadn't eaten anything for hours, so I'm not even sure what I would have actually thrown up, but I still felt like I had to more strongly than ever before. That was making me hungry. This game confuses everyone except Siba, I think. Yeah. I know these games though. I have loved this game series for like a lot of years now, and I love this type of games. But yeah, the eat or the food part was sounded delicious. But you have right, Sol. I think I'm the only one who gets these games. Maybe it would be best just to let it come out. I'm sure I would have felt better afterwards. But I honestly didn't want to see my own vomit right now, not after all the other disgusting things I've seen. I had enough. Did you see the room, Sol? Why was all of this happening? What room? Okay, you didn't see it then. The room we just came out of. Everything is in this game is a room. Now? No, now we are in a hallway, not a room. This is a hallway. At times like this, especially, I really longed for my big brother. If only he were here with me. I cried out for him as if in prayer. Big brother, please come save me. Come save me. I can't move. Is someone there? Is somebody there? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ah. It hurts. Eat it.
苦しいよ。
There was a little girl here with arms outstretched, begging for help. I rushed over to her side.
どう
Don't
し
do
たの？
that!
大丈夫？
What's wrong? Are you alright? She was faintly glowing.
この子、
Is she a
幽
ghost?
霊？
Yes.
あのね、お腹が苦しいの。
My stomach really hurts, and my chest feels like it's on fire.
とっても辛そう。
She seems to be in a lot of pain, but all I can do for her
こ
is...
こ、怪
Here,
我はし
I
てない
don't
みたい
see
だけど。
any injuries.
痛
Is
む
it
の？
painful? It hurts. All I could do for her was offering physical comfort. If I rubbed her back, maybe she will feel better. You can't everything... Yeah, okay. You can't rub a ghost's back though.
ご
Thanks.
めんね。
I'm
こんな
sorry,
こと
this
し
is
かでき
all
なくて。
I know how to do.
ちょっと。
It feels a
楽
little
に
better now.
そう？
Does
よ
it?
かった。
I'm glad to hear that. The girl grimaced again, as if she were experiencing some new pain all of a
ま
sudden.
だ無理し
You
ない
shouldn't
方がい
push
い
yourself
よ。
too hard,
う
okay?
ん。あ
Okay.
なたもここに
So
迷い込んだ
did you get lost in here
の？
too?
わかんない。
I don't
気
know.
がついたらここ
I
に
just
倒
woke
れ
up
て
in
た
here.
の。気がついたら。
Woke up. And I've been so alone.
そっか。
So you're all alone all this time? You've been a real trooper then. I gently brushed my hand against the little girl's face, wiping away her tears. I've only just met her, but I already really feel for her. She had a lot of worse than I did.
あなた、お名前
Oh.
は？
So tell me, what's your name?
幸子。
Sachiko.
幸子。
Your name is
幸子ちゃんっていうのね。
Sachiko?
うん。私はゆかだよ。
I'm Yuka.
内田ゆか。
Yuka Moshida.
ゆか。
Yuka. Big
ゆか
sister
お姉
Yuka.
ちゃん。お姉ちゃん？
Big sister, you want me to be your big sister? Hehe.
ん？
Huh?
なんか、お姉ち
Oh,
ゃんって
it's
呼ばれ
just
る
a
と
little
照
weird
れ
to
ちゃ
hear
うなっ
somebody
て。
call me big sister, that's all. But I like it. I took Sachiko's thin little hand in my own and pulled her to her feet.
よし、立て
Here
る
you
ね。
go, you can stand right. Sachiko's hand was so thin and light compared to my own. Not just light, it almost felt like it was completely weightless.
やっぱり
I guess she's really a ghost.
なんだ。
Sachiko noticed me staring at her, and I must have had quite a look on my face. This seems to bother her. So I did my best to force a smile. I'm sure she was worried I would leave her all by herself again, and I wanted to make sure she knew I was here for her.
どうしたのお姉ちゃん。
What's wrong, big sister?
ちょっと考え事してて。
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about something else.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry. Sachiko lowered her head and looked like she was about to cry.
どうして謝るの？
Why are you apologizing?
幸子。
Because I think I'm a ghost.
だからお姉ちゃんと違
I'm
うか
different
ら
from you, big sis.
怖がらせちゃって。
So,
ごめん
I'm
なさ
sorry
い。
if I scare you.
よかったら
It was just my fear really upsetting this little girl so much. That's terrible. I took Sachiko's hand in both of mine, turning to face her and ducking down a little so our eyes were
大
level.
丈夫だよ。
It's okay, I'm scared of ghosts, but I'm not scared of you.
あなたは
I
怖くない
promise.
気がする。怖くない。
You should be though.
本当
You're
に
not scared? For real?
幸子ちゃん
No,
は大
I'm
丈
not.
夫。
I'm not scared of you, Sachiko.
お姉ちゃん。
Big
行っ
sis,
ちゃう
are you
の？
going to leave me? I did have to think for a moment since I knew I couldn't take a ghost with me very far. But in the end, I also knew I couldn't just leave her.
幸子ちゃんも
Well, will you come
一
with
緒に
me
ゆ
to
かの
look
お
for
兄
my
ちゃん
big
を探す
brother?
お兄ちゃん？
Your big brother?
す
Yeah, he's a really kind, really dependable
幸
person.
子ちゃんにも優しくしてくれるよ。
I'm sure he will be really nice to you too, Sachiko. Her head was still down, but her eyes were peeking up at me. She looked nervous, but for the first time since we started talking, she also looked hopeful.
幸子も
You don't mind if
一緒に
Sachiko
行って
calls
いい
with you?
の？
Sure,
もう
you're
一
not
人じゃ
alone
ないよ。
anymore, Yuka. You're
お姉ちゃんがそば
not
にいるからね。
alone anymore. Yuka, your big sister, is right here for you. It's not good though. Honestly, I was lonely too. I probably wanted her with me just as badly as she wanted someone to with her. Ghost or no.
さあ行こう、幸
Come
子ちゃ
on,
ん。
Sachiko, let's go. I turned to head back down the hall, but was stopped by Sachiko's tugging me on my uniform. She was wearing a forced smile on her face, but still looked uneasy.
お姉ちゃん、
Big sister, will you do
私
what
の
I
言う
say?
こと？
What do you
言う
say?
ことって？
What was she going to tell me to do? I was so surprised by the question, I wasn't sure how best to respond. But the longer I thought about it, the more uneasy she looked. So,
えっと、
your
お
big
姉ちゃん
sister
ね、
will
あ
listen
な
to
たのお
any
話
request
な
you
ら
have.
聞くよ。本当？
Really?
だから
You
何
can
でも
ask me
話して
anything
ね。
you want anytime.
うん。
Okay. There was clearly something specific she had in mind, but I wasn't going to push her about it. She asked me when she was ready. She seemed satisfied with my answer and let go of my uniform, and so hand in hand we continued down the hall in search of my big brother. It's not a good idea, I tell you. Okay, I was there, and now we're gonna go here. I guess Big Brother really isn't in here. I guess not. Sachiko, have you seen anyone else in here besides me? That's all she said, and then silently she squatted on the ground and wrapped her arms around her knees. What's wrong? Are you hurt? Big sis, I'm cold. You're cold? She nodded firmly, almost exaggeratedly. I guess that makes sense. If a ghost can feel pain, there is no reason she couldn't also feel change in temperature, poor girl. As if to show me just how cold she was, she then started visibly shivering. Hey Sachiko, is there anything I can do to make you feel better? Anything? You've been through so much already, I didn't want you to have to go through anything else, so if I can help, just tell me. In that case, can I have those? She was pointing at my feet. My socks? This was the first time I noticed that Sachiko was walking around barefoot. I was so busy worrying about myself and about finding my big brother that I didn't completely fail to pay attention to poor Sachiko's appearance. I'm sorry I didn't notice earlier. It's alright. Sachiko shook her head. If I'm supposed to be her big sister, I really need to be more observant. I need to pay more attention. Nice bodies on the background. Yeah, I know. It's perfect. He is just chilling. Or her, I don't know. I have no idea. It's a body. And a lot of blood. All over the place. Yay! If I were Big Brother, I would have noticed right away and given her my shoes. But it wasn't too late. I took off my shoes and socks and offered them to Sachiko. They were a little wet, but still better than walking on these cold dirt floors in bare feet. It's a body, but it's also a body. Ha 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 ha. It's a body. I don't really like the idea of doing that myself, but just one look at these poor lost souls shaking from conform convinced me I was doing the right thing. No, you are not. Thank you, Big Sis. Sachiko took just the socks, leaving the shoes in my hands. Can Ghost even wear shoes? I don't know. I don't think so. I have no idea. Are you okay with only socks, Sachiko? You don't want to wear my shoes over them? I'm okay. If I took both, then you will be barefoot. She flashed a gentle smile at me, which stayed on her face the whole time. She slowly put on both of my socks. I don't want my big sister Yuka to get hurt after all. Well, that's very thoughtful of you, Sachiko. I patted her head just like Big Brother always did to me. I love you, big sis. Okay. Her smile had grown. It now stretched from cheek to cheek, and I began to feel like I'm doing anything at all to keep her happy. I wonder if this was how Big Brother felt when I smiled at him like that. Let's do our best in here, Sachiko. Despite the severity of the situation, I was in high spirit. I also forgot just how horrible this place really was. Do our best? Let's do our best to find Big Brother. Sachiko? Did you say something? I thought that was a giggle, but it sounded different somehow. Like her voice changed to someone else's, or someone else was her. Here? You're so cute, I just want to mess you right up. Huh? What? I didn't say anything. I guess it was just my imagination then. What is it they usually say in movies? Must have been the wind. Not too likely in a stagnant underground bunker like this, but still. I think I'm just getting paranoid. I need to pull myself together. I'm a big sister after all. I put on the bravest face I could manage and marched back out into the hall, pausing only to make sure Sachiko was still behind me. Ooh. Okay. Okay. She just left. Big sis. What is it? Is something wrong? It's my feet. My feet hurts. Feet? The soles of Sachiko's feet seems to be bothering her quite a bit. As we stood there, I noticed she was fidgeting in place, trying not to stand on them. I guess they would hurt her. You've been walking around in just socks after all. She said nothing else. She just stared at my feet. She seemed to want my shoes now, but didn't want to say anything since I offered them earlier and she turned them down. So I just smiled and decided I'd offer them again. Do you want to wear my shoes? Is that okay? Of course, we wouldn't want you getting hurt anymore now, do we? Would we? What about you, big sis? I'm your big sister, I will be just fine. I wouldn't accept any objections. I just took off my shoes and handed them to Sachiko without another word. Carefully, she slipped them on over my socks. They were a little big on her, but I knew she will feel better just having them. Thank you, I'm really happy now. Let's get going then, okay? Sachiko wasn't used to such big floppy shoes. She took one step on stubble forward. Are you alright? Here, you can take my hand. Okay, big sister Yuka, I love you. Sachiko, I already looked in here, and there was nothing to find. Let's head back, okay? Oh, really? It's really okay to keep going like this. Let's go this way. Sachiko was pointing down the hall towards the spot where the earthquake had dropped me. This way? Is there something over there? I don't know. But come on. What is that sound? I want to go in there. In there? But that room is locked. Just made a sound like it unlocked. Is there something in there? Please, I want to go in. Well, alright, let's see what's inside then. Sachiko nodded firmly, then particularly practically, there we go, dragged me by the hand over to the door near my entry point of this underground maze. Wow, this room is pretty big. Over there. Energetic as can be, Sachiko pulled me further in the darkened room. Sachiko, wait. Ow. I suddenly felt a sharp pain on the sole of my foot and looked down to see what I stepped on. A nail. The floor here was actually kind of a mess. It was bumpy and uneven, and there were all kinds of tiny sharp-looking objects scattered everywhere. Not just old rusty nails, but bits of glass, loose wooden boards with jagged edges and splinters all over them, and plenty else I couldn't even identify. I'm bleeding. So cute. Sachiko? What's wrong, big sis? Huh? You're over there? So what was that voice I just heard? It's a stack of folded up Japanese-style futons. What's this? It's looked like an old instant camera. Sachiko had found an old oversized instant camera lying around somewhere, and it was holding it triumphantly in her hand. Brett. I go to the toilet real quick. Real quick. Save. Save. Okay, let's see. There we go. There. And I will be back soon. Really soon I will be back. And I'm back. Let's see. Whew. Yeah, I knew it. The game crashed. And this is why I saved it. I had the feeling it would crash. Thank you. I feel so much better now. That was quick. Yeah, I had a stream going on. I couldn't like take all the time I needed, or like I did take all the time I needed. I just was quick about it. Continue load game. There. That started me just like it still works. Looks like it still works. Maybe may I have it? Sure, but isn't it heavy? That's okay, I'm happy. Okay. Smiling from ear to ear, Sachiko carefully examined every inch of that camera. She was an innocent little girl with a brand new toy. Big sister, Sachiko is tired. Do you want to take a quick nap on these futons? Carefully tiptoeing across the litter-strewn floor, nursing my sore and bloodied foot with the whole time I snaked my way over to the futons. didn't much like the idea of sleeping in the same room as a dead child, but I had to admit I was pretty exhausted too. You're a little damp and they're a little damp and mushy, but if we lay them out, we can at least get off our feet for a while. I'm so sleepy. Okay, I'm laying yours out right now. As soon as the futon was on the ground, as flat as it could go, Sachiko sprawled out on it. Shit. It wasn't long before her eyes started dripping. Yay, futon! Just seeing this innocent little girl joyous stretching out to take a nap was enough to lift my spirit and renew my hope. I'm so glad Sachiko is here with me. Thank you, big sis. Thank you to Sachiko. I don't know what I would do if you weren't here with me. She really must have been tired. She was out like a light the second her head touched the bedding. She's so cute. She's asleep too. I've been walking a lot. I hope that when I wake up I'm back at home. Nah, don't think so. I awoke to find myself being shaken. Sachiko was trying to get me up and her expression had gone white as a sheet. Big sis, big sis. What is it? She was on the verge of tears. Something seemed to have really spooked her. Did that huge fan find us? Was she attacked? It's okay, tell me what's happened nice and slow. I lost my hairpin. Oh my god. Your hairpin? When I woke up it was gone. Oh, okay. So that's all then. That's all? Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it might have been something more scary. Where did you lose it? If we look, I'm sure we will find it. The two of us searched every last inch of the room. Me with a wounded foot, but we came up empty-handed. Sachiko, is there anything your big sister can do for you? The entire time we searched, Sachiko hadn't said a word. I was hoping invoking her sisterly bond might help cheer her up. Hair keeps getting in my eyes and it hurts. Give me that thing you're wearing. She raised her right hand slowly and pointed to my headband. That's, sorry, but that's the one thing I can't give away. As soon as I refused, Sachiko let out a faint, otherworldly groan. In the next moment, her face distorted and changed. She no longer looked like an innocent little girl. She looked well and truly like a demon now. Sachiko? Give it to me. Give it to me. The look in her eyes alone sent chills down my spine. There's were the eyes of someone who meant me harm and was perfectly capable of inflicting it. What do I do? Give her the headband? Let's see. Okay. There we go. I guess I don't have much choice. I will give it to you, okay? I pulled the headband from my hair and handed it to Sachiko. Basically shut down at this point. My instincts had taken over. I was running on autopilot. The act of handing over the headband was almost robotic. That was far removed from the innocent giggle I've heard up until now. But I didn't even care. I was done. Whatever she wanted, I would give her. Whatever she asked me to do, I'd do it. It makes you that happy, does it? I'm so glad. The second I said that, Sachiko stopped laughing, and as if to say, if you're glad, then it didn't make me happy at all. Hey, can I have your hair too? My hair? Yeah, Big Sis hair. Sachiko wants your hair. But how is that supposed to work? Sachiko got up on her tiptoes and stretched herself as tall as she could manage, then clamped down on my hair with her tiny hands and began pulling. Instantly, my entire world was pain. I was screaming and crying and just wanted to roll around on the floor until it all went away. It was agonizing. It hurts, it hurts. I could feel something warm running down my cheek from the top of my head to my chin. There were 2 streams, then 3, then 4. Blood? It wasn't just hair Sachiko had pulled out of my head. Somehow those tiny hands of hers had basically scalped me. How could a little girl have that strength in her? The entire top half of my head trod. But I had a mirror. If I had a mirror, I knew I would probably faint just by seeing myself in it. The pain was making me dizzy. I was probably losing a lot of blood. I knew I'd pass out sooner or later, so I called out for my big brother. I had no idea if I actually made any sound, but in my mind I was screaming. Yeah. Big brother. Hey, Crayon! How are you doing? Big brother. Did you have a good stream, by the way? Big brother, please save me. Gasped. What happened? My legs feels heavy. Doing good. How are you today? I'm doing good. I'm super tired after work, but I'm fine. I'm trying to get as close to the ending as I can in this game. What happened? My legs feel heavy. Big sis, are you okay? Yeah, the stream went good. I just had the world's worst potato aim. Oh no! The potato aim is strong. I feel you though. I always have potato aim, so you're better than me there. I'm a big sister now. I have to pull myself together. What should I take from you next? After all this, why was I still doing what she told me? Why was I still listening to her? A wave of sadness washed over me. The top of my head hurt. I knew a lot of it was missing. Sachiko was someone to be feared. If only I'd figured out that a little sooner. Big brother. Going for a quick smoke. Okay. How long had I been walking, I wonder? Sachiko, are you still okay to walk? I was following Sachiko despite myself. I had no idea how much time had passed, but it felt like an eternity, as she'd completely stopped answering any of my questions. I guess that's enough. She came to a halt. What's wrong, Sachiko? She turned and looked up at me with wide, innocent eyes. There's something Sachiko wants you to give her. What is it? What is it going to be this time? I honestly didn't want to know, but the question came out of my mouth anyway, and so did this. Whatever it is you want, Sachiko, you can have it just for you. Well, in that case, can I have your life? Oh no. My life? Somehow, some part of me knew this was coming. It was only a matter of time. I can't give you... Once again, I couldn't seem to control the words coming out of my mouth. It just said whatever It just said whatever it wanted to say, regardless of what I felt. You may have my life. She was laughing again. It was wild, crazy laughter. She was ecstatic. No. Why not? You said you would give me anything I wanted. Because you're my big sister, right? Sachiko's smile almost seems to twinkle in the dull light of the corridor. She had the face of an angel, but it was all just a mask. I was scared. No, please. I mustered all the strength I had, trying with whatever life was left in me to denounce her words and resist her call. There was no hope for me anyway, but I still clung to what I could if I could just reject her statement and tell her she was wrong. No, please no. Huh? Please don't joke about things like that, okay? Let's just hurry and find my big brother. Big brother will be able to help us somehow. I know he will. So let's just keep searching. Your big brother? That's right, I will never be like Big Brother, but I will try my best. Big Brother, this and Big Brother that. God, you're annoying. Just give it to me. Hey, welcome back. Was the smoke good? Just give it to me. I'm going to kill you. I will make you wrap those hands around your neck and die. Work also killed my energy level today. Oh no, that sucks. Yeah, it was crazy at work today. I had so much to do. Must be Mondays. So true. No fun days on Mondays. Let's see. Just die already. Sachiko. My body shook and spasmed uncontrollably. The smoke was lovely, thanks. That's good. It's not good, but that's good. I was being overtaken by the invisible force. It was compelling me to speak, to say what would be my very last word on this earth. A suicide note when you get right down to it. I'm going to go to bed now. Ah, okay, Saul. Have a good night and sleep well. And have a lovely day tomorrow. And thank you for coming. Good night. When you get right down to it. I guess there's nothing I can do. Okay. I will give it to you. I will give my life to you, Sachiko. It's all yours. It was instantaneous. With one single blow, my skull was cracked wide open and blood splattered far and wide. I could feel blood trickling out of my nostrils and my right ear. My brain was jutting out from inside my head, fully exposed to the air, but I was still conscious. I could still feel everything. I saw a bright flash of light and realized she'd just taken my picture with that instant camera she was holding onto. Yay! Cozy picture. Okay. What a pretty picture this is. Gasp, please. I would title it Lovely Woman. Sachiko was such a cute little girl before, but now her face was twisted into hateful, spiteful grimace as she looked down on me in contempt. I know. How about I show this to Big Brother? You told me I could have anything I wanted, right? Well, he is my big brother now. Sachiko began petting my sticky matted head with her coarse sticky hand in a mockery of my previous gentleness with her. What a filthy face. Getting this was my goal all along, you know. I'm also out of tonight, so damn tired, and enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you so much for coming, Crayon. I really appreciate it, and I'm gonna try to jump over to your stream one day, hopefully. I've been trying to do that for a long time now, but I never seem to get it. But I will try to do my best, and sleep well and have a good evening and good day at work tomorrow. Always a damn pleasure. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I really do. Getting this was my goal all along. I think it's because our stream schedules are the same. Yeah, that's so true. So no worries, lady. I will try though. I will try my best. Even though. Cheers. Have a good one. See you later. My scrap of paper from the charm. I want to play with you again, Big Sis, so I will spare you from your fate for now. Let's do this again real soon, Big Sister Yuka. Okay. That's weird. Oh. Yes. Last chapter. Whoop, whoop. Only words. Let's see. Is the chapter long? Oh no, okay. This isn't the last chapter. Okay. New chapter. This is the next to last chapter. Byakudan Senior High School Student Council Room 430. 4:30. No, not 4:20. 4:30 p.m. Hey, Mr. President, don't forget about tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Please tell me I can kick you.
却下何があるん
Absolutely
だ明
not
日
what's happening tomorrow.
あ
Hey,
こら
no
生
violence
徒
in
会
the
室で暴力
student
行為は禁止
council
則と
room.
定めた
We've
ろ
been over this.
知るもんか
Mm.
忘れてる
It's
方が
your
悪いも
own
ん
damn fault for forgetting.
あだやめない
Stop, please.
こちらに
If
非がある
I'm
なら謝罪
forgetting
する
something
まず聞く
important,
聞こ
I
うじゃないか
sincerely apologize, but so just tell me what it is already. Use your words, not your feet.
この部屋の
It's
徹
this
底掃除
room
だよ
spring cleaning? I mean, it's full of
片
balls.
付けろっつうの何この
Is this a
構えてるや
storage
つだ
shed
あい
or
つはいつ
something?
だった
How
よ
long has it ever been? Even been since the sports festival?
あ
Oh yeah,
あ
that's
そういえば
right. You
そんな
were
こと
asking
か
to schedule a cleaning day.
一体
忘れてたでしょ
You completely put it out of your mind, didn't you?
いや記憶
No,
はして
I
た
swear
僕
I'll
も美月の意
pencil
向に
it
は
in somewhere. Your recommendations are important to me and to the student council as a whole.
普通に喋れ
You're a person, not a corporation. Talk like one. Fine, I forgot the K.
Ah,
It's not like I
忘れてたさ
don't have
俺だって
enough
いろいろ考えることがあって
on my
忙しかったん
plate
だよ
as it is, though.
会長だからって何で
Do
も
you
かんでも
have
みん
any
な俺んとこ持
idea
ってく
how
るしさ
much I'm expected to do? I'm sorry.
うん許す
Good enough for me. I forgive you.
なんだ
What's your problem, Annie? Wait, what?
初期としての進言です
Tough
た
love
まには
from
言い訳
your
くらいした方がいい
a
よ
trusted clerk. Sometimes you just have to admit your mistakes and move on. Though the manly approach is presidency to presidency has its merits too. Mitsuki,
だが
just
先
make
生
sure
離
you
脱は許
keep
さないからな
at it.
逃げられると思うなよ
The searching is not an option. Don't think you can run away from your post if the going gets tough. Okay, you got that? No? Yeah, I got it. Okay. Apparently you did. I did
わ
not.
かんねえやつだなとも
So you just didn't
ミン
get
コは
it,
俺の嫁だっつってんだろ
Tomohiro. Minko is my bride, so hands off.
いや譲ら
Like
ないぞ
hell, I'm not
陽介
giving
に
her
ママ
up
さんって人がいるだろ
the likes
あ
of
なた
you.
とかマジないわ
Not giving her up to the likes of you. Besides, you got that Nana girl, right? Don't you dare to time her.
バカ
You're
3
so
人からモテ
clueless.
て初
It's
めて
only
リア充
really
だろ
gets
上
good
皇
ones. You've got at least 3 girls. Everyone knows that.
楽しそうだねそれ
Sounds like you guys are having fun. Is that a game?
おお山本
Oh,
お
Yamamoto.
前もやる
You want in on this? It's a
Touch
game
pen
where
de
you
gully-gully
use a
女の子
stylus
3人と付き合えるぜ
to massage and kiss girls, and you can go out with 3 at once.
何
ハマるのはいいけど
I'm glad you're enjoying your little romp,
一人に絞れ
but keep it to one girl, you low life.
いって
Ow.
あんたら
You
明
do
日のこと覚えてるんだ
remember
ろうね
what tomorrow is, right? Huh? What's
何でした
tomorrow?
っけ
Oh boy.
あ
I had no idea any of this was going on in the student council room that day. I had other things in my mind, specifically a certain boy. Byakudan Senior High School, Class 424 after school. My name is Toko Kirisaki. I've been waffling for quite some time on whether or not to say anything, but finally I decided to bite the bullet and ask his best friend Kurosaki.
ねえねえゆうや
Hey,
ってさ
hey.
彼女いるの
quick question. Does Yuya have a girlfriend? Huh? No, I'm pretty sure he's single. Why? Well, I kinda might have my sights set on him, I guess. Seriously? Wow, that's great news. I'll definitely be rooting for you, but well, he's not particularly sociable individual when you get right down to it. Going out with him might not be all that fun for you. But I hear that despite his obvious popularity with the ladies, he's never once so much as touched anyone. Isn't that kind of a bad sign though? No, quite the contrary. It gives him a nice clean image. Oh. Is that Kensuke Kurosaki? This was Kensuke Kurosaki, who's known Yuya Kisami, aka the boy I like, pretty much all his life. I figured I'd come to him for all the information I needed on my conquest, since he was pretty much guaranteed to know Yuya's dating history. And so far things seems to be going really well. I mean, not only did I confirm Yuya wasn't seeing anyone, but I got his best friend's blessing too. And confirmed that he really wasn't the showy, obnoxious, cool guy type. Yeah, that suited me just fine. Kurosaki, hey. Wee! Kurosaki was understandably rather startled by the extraordinarily agitated female voice that suddenly rang out from behind his head. But that's hell girl Mitsuki for you. She was standing in the classroom doorway, arms folded across her chest, looking like some angry deity about to cast judgment down upon the world. And she had that deathly gleam in her eyes, the one that could fell the mightiest warrior before he even had a chance to draw his sword. Didn't I tell you today was spring cleaning in the student council room? And I told you I can't because I have club today. Come on, Fukuroi, back me up here. Sad, I wouldn't go that route. It's easier just to give in. What? Yeah, this was definitely Hellgirl's work. All the complexion was gone from Fukuroi's face. He was a man with a demon on his back. Whip at is ready, fully prepared to bring divine punishment upon all who opposed her. She was right, it was easier. He was right, it was easier just to give in. This sounds like fun. Can I join you guys? Ooh, by all means, the more the merrier. Itsuki then grabbed the nape from Kurosaki's neck and began dragging him out the door in the decently painful looking manner. He was like a teary-eyed chick caught in the talons of a bird of prey, struggling in vain as he was being carried out to meet his grisly end. You know, I'm not even in the student council. I just love watching those boys interact with Hellgirl Mitsuki. I couldn't wait to see more. I didn't even care if I had to clean in order to do it. I was a volunteer after all, so I was pretty much off the hook here. I could follow them at my own pace, no dragging for me. As soon as we left the classroom, though, we ran into Yuya. Or rather, I did, as in I literally ran into him. I wasn't watching where I was going and wound up slamming into him so hard that I fell over. Immediately, he reached out his hand and helped me up and asked if I was alright. Now that's a white knight, if ever I see one. What a fun evening this would be. I imagine it ending with me lying in bed dreaming of Yuya's perfect face inching ever closer to mine, but instead Are you okay, Toko? Yeah. It will be alright. You feel better once you get it all out. Was I right? I guess I feel a little better. That's good. Are you okay to head back and rejoin the others then? Yeah. Oh, okay. Right on then. Like this? Okay. It hurts. It hurts. Ryosuke, go on. God no, I'll bet it hurts really bad. I've tied up your knee and thigh joints and it should help to stop the bleeding. And we got your leg right here, so don't worry about that. Toko. We were in an old-fashioned rundown and probably condemned school building. None of us knew how we got here, nor even where here was. I just emerged from the girls' room with Emmy after losing my lunch, where Yuya, Okawa, Katayama and Shimada were waiting. The whole hallway was an absolute bloodbath after what happened. Poor Katayama walked into some kind of booty trap, and half his right leg was locked up. From the knee down, it looked excruciating. How is somebody supposed to handle this situation like this? Why did this have to happen at all? It hurts. What is wrong with this school? Why would there be traps set up here? Where the hell even are we? It feels like somebody's screwing with us. Keep quiet. Ryosuke was been very badly injured. Ryusuke? The hell's your problem is that Stop it, please. This is what tagging along with Misuke and the others got me. I thought it was going to be a laugh riot, and at first it was great. We all went to the student council room where we met up with Katayama, Shimada, and Emmy and started cleaning and goofing around. And then we were done. Emmy suggested we all try out this new charm she discovered on the internet. She's nuts for that kind of stuff. She took out a simple white paper doll and we were all kind of fascinated. So we did as we were instructed, and then suddenly everything went dark. Okay, I'm gonna end it here for today. Save. Yes. Here we go. There. And then let's see. Okay, I will see you guys. Yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Or I'm gonna stream on the supportive streamers or supportive creators account. Gonna play some Apex. Gonna play some Apex with a friend of mine, so that's gonna be awesome. So I will see you guys then, and have a lovely evening. Goodbye, guys.